Hooah. Now I'm recording. It's recording. In
Wow, I better not say
perpetuity.
anything that I shouldn't say on a recording.
Like what?
Fuck.
Well, we can say that, I think. I think you can even say it on the podcast if you want. I don't think this is the one that we have to. I pretty much
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
I just got, even with the Twilight Zone one, I'm just like, I don't really need to like get out the curse words anymore, do I? Because people listen or they don't, right? I
I
hit
think
the E
for the
now.
Twilight Zone podcast, your censoring noise is very funny. So I like when you use it.
Right. But now I'm like, now
Sometimes
that I
that's
finished
funnier than someone saying a curse word.
it is. But now that I finished a complete show, I'm like, whatever. People listen to this podcast or not. I don't think they're going to be offended by someone saying the F word anymore, you know? Because when I started, I was like, oh, maybe, people are like kind of coming in and would, are little wussy people that want to hear people not
I
say fuck.
I think I only listen to like one podcast that doesn't have like fuck in it, and there's stuff where it's like Conan O'Brien's podcast. Like you wouldn't necessarily expect that to be like full of curse words, but it is like very full of curse words. Like he
Mm.
says he curses like a fucking lot, and it kind of makes it better because I'm like, oh, I find you relatable in a way that I didn't realize that I ever would.
Yeah,
He'll just
that's
make like cum jokes and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, all right.
yeah, I guess that's a podcast I should probably venture into at some point, but I haven't.
I mean, it's one of those where like I wouldn't recommend like the mini episodes where he talks to fans
No,
because
I'm never a mini episode guy. I'm always going to put on like a full-blooded episode.
but if a celebrity annoys you, then just get don't go to celebrities you don't care about because it will not help. Like
So
I
don't
I
don't
couldn't
start listening to Club Random is what you're saying.
I couldn't make it through Ricky Gervais or Sean Penn's episode of that podcast, but usually I like it.
Mm.
And there were some people that I don't like that I still liked their episodes.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it rolls. I
Yeah.
guess we will do this episode
I
then.
was surprised how much I liked Ryan Reynolds' his episode. I'm like, God, do I like Ryan Reynolds? Seems very relatable and friendly.
Right.
Anyway,
I think he's got charm and but maybe his acting isn't like the best, right? Like he's not actually
yeah,
the
but
best as an actor, but he has charm to carry over most of the time, but that isn't always good enough, is it?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know that it always matters. Where it's like he talks, what he was talking about was that even when he's like just when he's doing a scene with an extra, he's like encourages them to experiment a whole bunch because he's like,
Hmm.
well, you're probably really nervous, so let's just try a bunch of insane shit and then do like the worst thing you can think of and stuff like that. Where I'm like, I like people who approach acting like it's a an art or a job or both. Like I like that a
Hmm.
lot more than somebody or people who obviously have fun with the art rather than people who are so serious that they clench their butthole and
So, what did you think about
for
the
everything.
Twilight Zone episode, The Jeopardy Room, then, where the guy is like, "Well, if I'm going to kill people, I want to do it creatively."
I mean, yeah, I related to that guy, but still, that was a very lazy explosion in that episode.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, let's do this episode. I guess you are the intro guy here. Is that how it works? I forgot. You seem like
Yeah,
the intro guy.
I seem like I walk in looking like an intro guy, like the
Mhm.
guy who walks into the Super Bowl like he's supposed to be there.
Right.
Okay. Welcome to Imprisoned in Prison on Severance, the Severance
Duh.
cast of the
To write it
the.
down on your arm. If you write it down your arm, you'll be able to remember what it is.
But I have to write half of it down on each arm, so I have to put my arms
Correct.
together to look at it.
Correct.
Sure, I'll do that.
You can do that.
I'm
It's
gonna, I'm
not
gonna
wouldn't
go
be
to the
that
bathroom
hard.
and do that right now. We'll start this over.
Okay, in 45 minutes. Okay.
45 minutes. This is episode 3 of season 1 in perpetuity. The
Yes, it
episode just
is.
keeps going.
It is. I will say,
I sound
watching
like
this
I'm
one
complaining
again.
about it.
No, no, I know. It just keeps going. Well, it is a little longer than some of the other episodes, and also, I watched season one like what a month and a half ago, and then we started doing the podcast. So I'm watching it again. Um,
Hmm.
I remember this one much less. I don't know if I was just sleepy the first time I saw it or what, but and that isn't me saying it's bad. That's me saying like maybe it's slightly less memorable for whatever reason.
There are a lot of interesting things that I think it feels like things in this season happen really quickly. And I think a lot of interesting, memorable things happen in like episode 4
Yeah,
and maybe
like this one is
5.
definitely
And
some place setting,
in my brain, it's like I thought they happened sooner. Like I
Right,
thought we
right.
were going to get to something that we will get to later in this episode, and I was wrong.
Although
Because
I know, I mean, I'm not spoiling because I haven't seen season two, but from what I understand, we get a lot more like vocal PD in there, where here we lose real PD, right? Like very quickly. Like people are like, oh, it's surprising how quickly PD shows up, does his thing, and gets out, right? Like that wouldn't happen on a mystery box show. PD wouldn't show up for like 3 seasons.
no, well, we get season 2 is slower and more drawn out. And some people hate that. And to those people, I say, I disagree. I think
Hmm.
season 2 is better.
I thought you were gonna say something more obscene, but you didn't. Oh well.
Like,
To those people, I say, eat a dick. Like that or something.
those eggs look like shit. That's what I have to say to them.
There we go. That's the right one to say. And the eggs
Yeah.
did look like shit too. He
Yeah,
wasn't
I was
wrong.
trying to figure that out. Like, was that based in a real trust exercise?
Have you not done that before, the egg drop?
No.
Okay, I did this in the Boy Scouts. I was even for summer school here. I was like, that we were not going to use eggs because I don't want the eggs to look like shit, and I have to clean them up in my classroom. But I was suggesting an activity like that for our kids this summer. But yeah, you're supposed to take an egg, a soft egg, right? It's got to be crackable. You can't have a hard
Hmm.
boiled one, and you're supposed to build a box where you will drop the egg from like the top of a ladder, and if you try to engineer the box so it doesn't break. So they did a really shitty job
Hmm.
because all the eggs were broken.
Well, their department is I had it written
Big.
down. It was right there. Their department is not about engineering. Their department is
O&D. Optics and design, right?
optics and design. Yes, they would be good at drawing an egg.
Yeah, okay, so they could draw the mechanism, but maybe that's why you do the activity. It's like, okay, you can draw it. Let's see if you can do it now, you know?
I thought they kind of made posters. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Okay. Well, we have not been in. I mean, we've only met walking in a lobby in a hallway so far, so we have not yet been to the actual department, have we?
Who knows if we will?
Well, you know,
We
and I
will.
know, and probably a lot of people listening know.
Well, if they don't know, if they didn't know before, then they'll know now unless they forget by the end of this episode,
Well,
which
you
they
didn't say
probably
anything.
will.
We haven't said
Of
anything either
course.
way.
Because you edited it out.
Because I edited it out. Okay, now I'll edit out your trivia, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna say this trivia so you can edit it out later. In perpetuity, how did I mess that up? Per,
Do it
in
again.
perpetuity
That's not getting edited, I
was
promise you that.
directed by Ben Stiller. This is his third in a row. And next week we'll have someone new in the chair for the first time. Writing credit is shared by Dan Erickson and Anna Wang Mensch. God, I hope I don't mess that up every time. With Andrew Colville, he doesn't have much of a bio on IMDb. I'm noticing that's sort of a trend where IMDb just doesn't have bios for people who work now. Um, but he's producer on 9 episodes of the series, those 9 episodes being all of season 1. This is only writing credit on the show, so I don't know if this means he's gone after the season.
Well, again, we've talked about before how writers' rooms and the name on the script. I mean, because this show has a writer's room. It's not like the Twilight Zone where
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I guess this guy wrote the script. Here, it's probably like, you just have to dole out credits where they work or how the lawyers tell you to do
Well,
it. They
there
work it
was
all out in the
also
break room.
about a 2.5 year gap between seasons, and I don't think that everyone stayed on. And just this week, there was news that at least a couple of people are not coming back for season 3, which is kind of interesting. And hmm, we'll see what happens. I think
Well,
three people, two
people don't.
showrunners, and the cinematographer.
Oh, okay. Under like behind the camera people.
Well, the cinematographer actually directs an episode in season 2, and I predict that the episode that she directs will be your favorite episode of the series, but
Okay,
we'll see.
cool. We'll see. Because I don't know.
And it's followed by what is kind of my second favorite episode of the series. You might not
We'll
like
get
it
to
more
it.
than the season 1 finale because the season 1 finale is so good, but
Mm-mm-mm.
um, that my favorite episode of season 2 is the one after that, and that's the one everybody's mad about. But we'll get
Okay.
to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Um, he's also written for Madman, Nikita, Madman, not Madman, and
Batman.
Nikita, and 2 episodes of Star Trek Discovery, both of them in season 2. His most recent work has been on Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. That includes episodes which haven't aired yet. Because he's a monster guy now.
Is that airing now? Is that
Monsterverse.
like just a now show?
I mean, season 1 has, I mean,
Dropped? They
aired,
just dropped
dropped,
now?
and season 2 has not dropped yet.
Okay. That shows you where I am on these TV shows.
I'm I made it through about 20 minutes of the first episode and I was like, I hate this, and I turned it off.
I mean, you can always go watch some Toho Godzilla movies, right?
Yeah, exactly. There are like 70 of those. I don't need to watch a TV series where people look like they're really serious. I just show me that
Give me a
there's
man in a
no
rubber suit. That's what I want.
give me a man in a rubber suit and give me like really silly plots that's surrounding it, please. One of our only principals who haven't gone over yet is Zach Cherry as Dylan G, born in 1987 in Trenton, New Jersey. He began taking improv lessons in 2011 and was on a house team at UCB in 2017. I don't know what that means, but it sounds nice. He currently lives in Brooklyn with his wife and their dog Shrek. He's appeared as in 2 different Marvel movies as a guy who asked Spider-Man to do a flip, and the guy who films Shang-Chi beating up people on his phone. He's also been in Star Trek Lower Decks, Fallout, Succession, which is the show that beat this show out for a lot of awards, as well as 11 episodes of You.
Me.
No, not me. He was in You.
Okay.
Me was a different guy.
He was in me?
No, he was in You. I worked on Me. He was in You. Look forward to seeing a lot more of Dylan G as we proceed through the series. We should get to returning guest Yul Vasquez as PDK because it feels pretty urgent, although I'm sure he'll be fine and will be around for a long time. He was born in Havana, Cuba in 1965, named after Yul Brynner. He grew up in Miami after moving there with his family in 1971. He was discovered by an agent while taking small roles in his mother's plays and was encouraged to go to acting school. His breakout roles in 1992's The Mambo Kings. But before that, he was the lead guitarist in the late 80s hard rock band Urgent, and he was known as Yul Vaz.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
highly recommend looking those videos up. His mane was magnificent, and he was just like straddling the camera doing sick guitar riffs. And they had a song that was called like it wasn't called "We're Not Going to Take It," but it was like "I'm Not Going to Take This Anymore" or something like it was like very similar to that.
Right.
But anyway,
It was
it was
urgent they
also
make that song to respond to the hit song.
it was also really interesting that it's sort of late hair metal, so some of the people in the band had cut their hair and some of them hadn't.
Hmm.
But to get back on topic, he has over 100 acting credits. You can also see him in Tales from the Crypt, Bad Boys 2, and Russian Doll. And he did voices for 2 different Grand Theft Auto games. And also he was in 1 episode of Succession. And that's the today's of this week's of trivia.
Okay, I'll do a plot for In Perpetuity. Petey continues to have reintegration sickness, which seems to kill him by episode's end. Sorry, did I just like run that one out too quick? Helly's resignation request is denied. Marquez tries to talk to her, and then all of MDR takes a field trip to the Perpetuity Wing, a weird shrine to the company. Helly's response is to gash her arm, which lands her in the break room, where she is forced to read an apologetic statement over and over. Mark's brother-in-law Rickon delivers his newest self-help book to Mark. Miss Coble intercepts it, and her and Mr. Milchek realize that it is, in fact, a bullshit book with no hidden messages. I love that it's just a crap book. Although, well, we'll see what happens with the
I
book, won't
mean,
we? How many
uh,
have you read some self-help books?
they uh, they published that book. Like you can buy it
Ooh, okay. You can read it,
in real
really.
life.
Yeah.
But
Is it bad?
it's
Is it a bad
edited.
book? What do you mean it's
It's a
edited?
version that's edited for innies.
Oh, okay,
I'm
gotcha.
not kidding. This is real. This is a real thing you can buy.
Okay, that sounds fun. No, I'm
Yeah,
into
it's
that.
good merch. Yeah, it's good merch.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't. I didn't dislike the episode. I just didn't remember as much. Is it like not? Is it fewer things happen in this episode, but it's longer? Is that how it works out?
Well, there isn't a lot of high drama. I would
Yeah.
say there's a lot of like disturbing things that happen, but it's I don't know. It's like the you're reminded of the mechanisms of control a lot in this episode, where the thing where she throws her mug at Mark's head and says like, "I did that to help you. I knew you could handle it. I hope you allow this to help." You know, like, but she just says it like she's just sick of doing it. Doesn't it feel like
Would
doing
you ever
mind
be
control
sick of
today?
throwing mugs at people?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, what you're gonna have to get the mug. Like, come on. What if you break it? You don't have a mug.
They have
That's a
plenty
pain
of
in the
mugs.
ass.
They're all Lumon branded. You can break as
Pain
many
in the
mugs as you
ass.
want. Get another Lumon mug. It's great.
But you know the whole thing where there is this like museum that you're supposed to be in awe of, but clearly nobody takes it seriously. But clearly there's no punishment for not taking it seriously.
Right. Irving takes it seriously.
Yeah, we'll see where that gets him.
Yeah, the mouth room. That was well. That's what Cherry calls it, right? Or Dylan, right? I wrote smile room just before that, so I was definitely on the same line of thought there. I wouldn't want to be in
Yeah,
that room. I'm pretty sure. The
no, but yeah, it's like
fake
the
house in a big room. I want that. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I want that, and I want the weird like waxy figures. Those are fun, right?
but this is the whole thing where it's seeming more and more like it's a cult with a captive audience, right?
Yeah, but that is. I mean, that's kind of most companies, isn't it?
I mean, that's most cults.
Most cults, most companies. So maybe that's part of the thing with the show. Like, what is the line between a cult and a company? Which,
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, you can get like Coca-Cola where you can build a museum that people will pay to go through.
right? Which you have, I have several times. It was fun.
Yeah. I've
But yeah,
been
you watch
through
that movie and you're like, I just sat through a 15-minute advertisement,
the
and now I'm gonna drink
I
Beverly.
well, do you remember the original Coke Museum, since this is
I
the
remember that
second
one
one,
much better. Yeah, I've been to the second one once,
because
maybe
you could
twice.
just ignore everything and run straight to the end and just drink till you get sick.
Right,
And the
they
second
make you watch the
one,
movie now, don't they?
yeah, you're corralled through it. It's a guided tour.
That's because
You're
they realize
not.
everyone's just running through to the and drinking all the soda and then running around like
Yeah.
and making the floor all sticky and stuff.
I
That
mean,
was one
let's
of the worst floors
face it.
ever.
That's true. That was a very terrible floor. But you know, there was the. I think admission to that first one was still like $12. Even that, a human being cannot drink $12 worth of soda in one visit. You can't. You would
Hmm.
die. You cannot drink that much.
Oh, when I was a teenager, I don't know. I mean, that was one of the in my high school, they took us to a trip there. This was the first version, right? And
Hmm.
yeah, that don't take your kids on a trip there because then they drink a bunch of Coke and get super hyper.
Okay, I won't.
So we go back to the school and everyone's like running down the hall screaming.
If I had kids, I don't know what I would do. I would have to balance that. I don't know. I feel like I would be a no TV for you ever.
Mm,
I'm
hmm.
doing a podcast about a TV show. And
Yes,
I
you
feel like
are.
I would just not let them watch TV at all, because I do not think that watching TV before you're like 15 is healthy.
Okay.
Or I don't know,
Hmm.
12.
I certainly rotted my brain properly before that, but it was fun.
Yeah, of course it was fun, but you can also just there is I mean, I don't know. I think it affects older people a lot more. Like I think it's worse for my mom than it is for kids,
Mm.
but I can't tell my mom not to watch TV.
Okay, well, I do have here written in my notes reasons why we shouldn't watch TV. So
Hmm.
I guess that's covered a little bit in my notes. So I guess I actually do agree with you. What do you know? Uh,
I think it's a lot help. Honestly, I think like commercials are the worst part of TV. If you could manage, maybe that's it. If I had kids, I'd be like, you're not allowed to watch commercials.
there we go. Okay, just when the commercials come on, cover your eyes, start going nah 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 nah,
No,
so you
they'll
don't get.
pirate everything. They will learn to pirate everything, and they'll pirate
Okay,
everything.
I will
They will
teach you
not
to
see
pirate
ads.
everything. Right.
I'll teach you to pirate everything. That's the lesson.
Let's see. Just looking through this episode. I did. I mean, we don't see much of Rick and Devon in this episode, but I was like, they are kind of just like they have like anti-chemistry. You're like, why would these people ever be a couple? Which it's like they don't fit
It's
to the degree that
realistic
they kind
though,
of fit. Yeah, yeah, it is.
don't
I
you
guess.
think? I mean,
Yeah.
we've obviously we've all known a bunch of couples, and sometimes people seem like they're very similar, and it doesn't work at all. You
Mm.
know?
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. When I once dated a girl who had all the same interests as me, it got boring very quickly.
I just, yeah, I'm too crazy. I need somebody who's not crazy, but I'm also very bored easily.
Mm.
So
So you need some crazy to keep you entertained.
I think no, I just don't need I don't need anything. Um, I think any time that I've dated someone who's as crazy as I am, it's been terrible,
Mm.
and it's like what is it? The porcupine's dilemma. The two porcupines get too
Hedgehog's
close and they
dilemma.
stab
Yeah.
each other. Yeah, that
Weirdly, I just
hedgehogs.
watched the Evangelion called that.
I mean, that's probably where I got it from, but
Probably. Uh, anyway, yeah, maybe but yeah, that makes it very entertaining in the show that there's just this mismatched couple that, like you said, it is realistic. That's the key. It's
yeah.
realistic, but they're still mismatched. Like you're like, why?
Yeah, someone who like it makes absolutely no like it makes no sense that she would tolerate any of his sanction any of his buffoonery, but it's like she seems to really
You
care
tolerate
about him
buffoonery.
and not really worry about it at all. It's you know it reminds me of that old Popeye cartoon where it's like Olive Oil is singing a song about how she wants a clean shaven man, and then Popeye and Bluto are like trying to just get a shave, but they're beating the shit out of each other, trying not to let each other get shaved. And
Popeye's
then
pretty
it's the
clean
whole
shaven to
episode.
start with, though.
But like then at the end, whatever, she's just with the hairiest man alive. And there's no explanation.
Yeah, it's like one day I want this, one day I want that, right? Hmm. Let's see. Dylan talks about maybe he's in a muscle show, which is that body? What does he mean? Is he just talking like a child because he's stuck on the severed floor? Bodybuilding? Is that what we're talking about? He thinks he's a bodybuilder?
I don't know. There's always the question of how innocent is everyone, right? Because sometimes Mark is very childlike. Helly not as much.
And I
But
assume we're talking only innies here, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course. I mean,
Just
regular
just
people,
just
Audis are
spelling it out.
regular.
Yeah.
I guess Rickon is not much smarter than any, but
Hmm.
uh
Maybe that's his zen.
well, maybe they would enjoy his writing. I don't know. Mm,
Mm. But yeah, I did think the muscle show was funny. So
yeah. Yeah,
with
it's
muscle
funny because he's so like cynical. Dylan is so like cynical and distrustful, but it's like he's never known anything but being on this floor, so
and
it's
he's really hell bent on incentives. Like he's into
yeah.
that. Like the rest of the company can go to hell, but he wants his waffle party.
It's very interesting. It's kind of almost like Muppet Babies, but you're seeing just it would be like if the Muppets just turned into Muppet Babies
Mm.
every day when they went to work.
Oh, man, I think you're pitching a good modern Muppets thing, Muppet Severance, because they tried to
Muppet
do that.
Severance.
They tried to
Yes.
do that Muppets 10 years ago where they kind of sort of modeled it after the Office and it was terrible.
Yeah, it was absolutely the worst Muppet related thing I've ever seen, and I don't know if
You think Muppet
I
Severance
don't.
would be better? They're
I
babies
think
when they go to
Muppet
the severed
Severance would be
floor.
better. It'd be better. Like Miss Piggy is not fighting people. I don't
Would the
know.
Audis be puppets and the innies be animated?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, I think we're on
I
something
don't
there.
I don't think Muppets works when you just try to make it something else
No, probably not.
generally.
Yeah.
Unless
They need to
it's
be putting on a
Christmas
show.
Carol.
It's about them putting on a show, right? And they suck
Yeah,
at it,
cuz no
but they're great at
cuz
it.
yeah, but there's nothing else quite like that, and that's part of why it's great is that
Mm,
I don't know, it was a brilliant format. And it didn't hurt that they had all of the greatest celebrities of all time
right.
on their
Hey,
show.
you're right. What did you think of have you had company field trips? This has the field trip, of course. Well, we talked about already, but just the vibe of the company field trip. Have you been in situations of that?
Not really.
Okay. We
I
occasionally have,
mostly work for small things.
yeah. I mean, where I work now, it's like 30, 40 people. So there's like, the
Mm,
barbecue, the dinners, the stuff like that. But
yeah.
Occasionally it's a trip to Okinawa. That's cool. But
Neat.
and also you can like kind of run off on your own a bit for that. So, but yeah, there is a weird thing to the trapped at a barbecue for the day thing. Which it's fun. You're having a barbecue or whatever. Then there, but yeah, sometimes like, oh, but we're not drinking because two people have private lessons later in the day. So, okay, that's fun, I guess. Not.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't
So
know. I
anyway,
think
the faux party, that sort of thing. Uh, so this one's crappier. I felt better about my life when
where
their field trip is just walking through halls to go to this crappy museum.
where I work now didn't even have a Christmas party. They just basically said we're closing for a couple of weeks. Get out. Like
Mm,
they're either failing or they want us to believe they're failing.
circle of hate.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. If there was like a series of meetings and there was a meeting when we were all told to try and get along with each other and then it seems like a cycle of that they continue to pretend that we're the problem when really the people at the top are as much of a problem. And I don't mind saying this because I don't care. I
No,
don't care what happens.
actually where I worked 20 years ago, I was doing environmental education. So I guess I won't name the specific place, but I worked there
Yeah.
2 terms, and the second and at the end of the first term was great. Everyone got along. The second term, there was definitely like factions among the 15 or so teachers, right? That are
Yeah.
basically living on site. And I remember at the end of it, they had a meeting, which I didn't need to go to because I wasn't returning the next term, but where they were like trying to hash out how to make it work next time, because like the two groups of people had just gotten like gnarly towards each other.
Someone called me a shithead the day after the meeting when we were supposed to talk about getting along
Oh,
to my
okay. Well, that
face.
didn't work out well. No,
No, I just said hello and they called me a shithead
mm.
and
No, this is where I learned that
I laughed.
some people, like if you like, it's Ad Busters. That was the magazine, right?
I don't know.
Okay, I realized I burned bridge with some of the hippiest people because I was like, yeah, I agree with this, but and this is a problem with the journalism. Like I'd recently, been now in journalism school, so I was like, I
Hmm.
agree. Same with like Michael Moore movies from the early 2000s. Like I agree with the
Yeah.
message, but the journalism is shit.
Well, yeah, and there was the whole thing where South Park was like mad at him, and I didn't realize this. I thought it was like the guy, South Park guys were mad at Michael Moore um, because he was too far left or something. But then I found out that basically he interviewed them for a movie and then put an animated segment right after them getting interviewed that they did
Mm.
not work on that looked like a South Park thing. So like literally that is sleazy as hell. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. So, yeah, I guess that was the thing. I was just like, okay, it's not the message I disagree with here. It's the fact that, if you're going to try and make the point, do it right?
Yeah, there definitely is some. Yeah, I'm not like a both sidesism person, but there are some like really sketchy. I mean, but it's like we kind of destroyed journalism by making it free, right? Like that
Mm.
basically, like it's basically society's fault. Like
Well, I did
if
drop out of the journalism school too in the early 2000s, so.
well, I mean, I quit photography because like everyone got cameras, and it was just like, well, that seems like the wind is blowing in the other direction, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
and I
like
spent half of
immediately
high
quit.
school in like dark rooms, right? And then I got to university. I
Yeah.
was like, I'll do photojournalism. I want to be Peter Parker, right? And then we go in. It's like, here's the digital camera. We're using Photoshop now, and I was like uninspired. And then they were like, oh, we like your writing. Maybe you should write. And I didn't really. I don't like journal. So I'm not going to do that job. I don't like bugging people and interviewing strangers. I'd probably be more keen to do it now, but as a teenager, hell no. So I didn't stick around the journalism school very long. Switch
Well,
to
and I did.
education, those who can't teach.
Well, and I didn't want to do photojournalism. I wanted to do like portrait photography and stuff like that. But like since everyone got a camera, I'm like, oh, you don't need me to
No,
photograph your
no,
wedding or
I'm
whatever.
pretty good. I
People
did
do
not
still
think
hire
that.
people for that, but I'm like, people they hire professionals to do weddings and stuff, but it's like they don't really have to. You know what I mean? You
No.
don't really have to hire a professional to photograph your wedding. It's more like I think it's more like, so I'm going to offend somebody here, but it's like more like look at this guy with this large camera that we paid
Yeah.
for. Everyone,
Anyway, I
look at
could
our
smell it in
outputs.
the wind when I was in university. It smelled like 19th century ass. So I was like, I can't make a career out of this. Like I figured that out early enough so that it was probably good.
Yeah.
Do you know what 19th
Well,
century ass
anyway,
smells like?
we had destroyed.
Something at Stone
everything.
Mountain, maybe?
19th century ass.
Yeah. That's what Dylan says the
Probably
house smells like,
like
right?
some rural thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I went to Boston several years ago and we went on like tour of whatever, like Paul Revere's house or something. Somebody's house.
That'd be 18th
President,
century, but sure.
some president's house, whatever. Yeah, that's
President's
probably what it
house.
smelled like.
Did you see
President
Boston
Lincoln. What?
on the
Yes.
tour? You go in the room like, oh, there's Boston.
And
More on the
Boston was
feeling,
there.
y'all.
We saw Mr. Boston's house.
Okay.
It was full of it was full of vodka, Mr. Boston's house.
All
I think
right.
Mr. Boston is made in Russia probably, but
I don't know. I know
um
Mr. Boston is responsible for, and again in university for the one time I projectile vomited. That's Mr. Boston and cotton candy's fault.
I mean that's
They
Mr. Boston's MO.
they
Oh,
were
okay,
having they
here
were having
actually.
circus stay at the they were having circus stay at the dining hall. So it was like corn dogs and cotton candy. And then my girlfriend at the time's like, I've never seen you drunk, which sounds weird now, but drink this. It was like Mr. Boston vodka, and then I got real
Uh
sick.
Mr. Boston, previously Old Mr. Boston, was a distillery located in Boston, Massachusetts from
Okay.
1933 to 1986. I know
Mm.
I had that after 1986, so I don't know what the deal with that is. But after a series of ownership changes, the words Old and Mr. were dropped from the name until it was simply known as Boston.
Right.
Um, oh, the parent company shut down, and then doesn't make sense. Oh, it was acquired by New York's
They
word I
have a
can't
severed
pronounce.
floor now. That's how you protect the secret
Canandaiguya.
formula. Coca-Cola also has a severed floor now.
Oh, weird. It was sold to the Sazerac company. So cool.
Mm.
Now Sazerac makes Mr. Boston.
Okay,
How
sure,
about
why
that?
not? Well, I'm not buying any, I'll tell you that. Okay, so
Wait, actually,
while
no. The Sazerac is a drink. Why is there a company called Sazerac? Did they
why
invent the
not?
Sazerac?
I don't know. I don't
You
I
like
can't spell
Sazerac?
that. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a really good drink.
Okay.
It's sort of like it involves like what do you call it?
I don't know. I don't know what
Absinthe.
you're talking about.
Wait, no, it doesn't.
Uh,
It's like cognac with bitters and sugar.
mm,
Okay, no, it doesn't have absinthe in
I
it. Why
don't
did I
think.
think absinthe came?
Well, I still don't know what you're talking about.
You'd probably like it. It's sort of like an old fashioned, but like spicier.
While we have been tanging, we've gotten to most of the points I had.
Oh,
I think I got two more on here.
correction. It
Hmm?
does have absinthe in it.
Okay, it has absinthe. I still don't know what you're talking about.
Sazerac. You should have
Um,
one.
Pelly's gore story was kind of hot, right? When
Yeah.
she's telling that story.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, just
Of
confirming.
course, she's like, yeah, she's the ideal like sarcastic goth girl who wants to kind of maybe does want to actually kill people.
Well, she certainly does down in there, doesn't she?
I've very vivid memory of dating somebody and like joking about killing someone, and she was like, "Well, you wouldn't actually kill someone, right?" And I was like, "No," and I didn't think she believed me.
Okay, maybe because she wanted to kill somebody. But can't.
No, I think she genuinely just did not know who I was.
uh,
Like, it's like you can't convince someone that you're joking when you say like really dark shit, unfortunately.
Even in Mark Scout's situation, I feel like chasing the ambulance and then stopping by the gas station's kind of a weird move. Like would
Well,
you
I
just
mean,
assume that that ambulance going by has to do with PD, which it does. I mean, I guess he's in a TV show, so he's got that going for him. But I mean, you wouldn't, even if that guy was just missing, you wouldn't just be like, maybe I should follow that ambulance. I think. I don't know.
well, it's not just, it's not like just that he's invested in PD because he kind of doesn't seem to be invested in PD, but it's like
Well, he doesn't really know PD,
the
does he?
whole mystery of the whole thing. Like, what am I doing? What is my severance? What is my severance? What
Right.
is it
What is your
like?
severance?
What's my any doing? Who is he
Um,
flirting with?
and there was what's there? Oh, we got to talk about the map a little bit. Did you make any sense out of the map at all?
No, never have.
Okay, never have. Even through season two, you haven't. It's not a good map,
No,
is
I
it?
mean that's one of
Or is the
those things
floor just
where
that weird?
I'm just not a person who pauses and looks at things.
I didn't
Like
pause.
there, it's
I
pretty.
tried to look at it just while it was in the shot, you know. So I guess I could have paused it and I didn't, or looked up a screenshot on the internet, which you could probably do relatively easily.
Well, by season two, you'll get a little bit of a better. By the end of season two, you'll get a little bit of a better picture of the layout, but it's still just kind of supposed to be disorienting and
Yeah.
insane.
Well, I
So
just noticed one part was labeled mind, so I was like, that's fun. I like that. Mind.
I I'm very like sensitive to continuity errors and things like that. So I try not to focus too hard on something that might like take me out of the thing. Like, did you
Mm.
catch that editing error in the beginning of the episode?
I wrote
There's
wild cut and another one, but I think I was referring to PD kind of
yeah.
going between, hallucinating and not.
Well, there's a cut where Mark is talking to Petey and they're sort of in the on different sides of the bathroom or something, and it cuts to Mark while he's talking, but his mouth isn't moving. Like they didn't.
Oh, like the ADR'd them?
It was very obvious. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Unfortunately, it was like
I
the
was
cut.
not paying that close attention then, so.
And also there was a thing at the end where a paramedic said he's down, but Petey wasn't down yet.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't paying that much attention, I guess. Well, he's going down, wasn't he? I mean, he looked kind of down, didn't he? He was bleeding from the mouth, all that sort of stuff.
He was sad. That's what they were talking about.
Yeah, he was down. He's a down guy. That's why he's in his
He's
robe
feeling
and a
sad.
convenience store bleeding.
He is kind of a sad guy.
He's a sad sack.
Yep. Sad sack of blood, just getting blood everywhere.
Robe sack.
Poor
Sad robe.
Petey.
Hmm. Well, do we performance review, folks, or do you want to throw anything else out?
Well, I don't know. Screaming, I need tokens so I can eat at the convenience store is pretty funny.
Oh yeah, that was great. I just wrote PD needs tokens, and now he's out.
Do you- how do you feel about O&D? Do you trust them?
Um, well, it's like, do you trust Christopher Walken? Is kind of what we're asking, isn't it, at this point?
So do you trust him?
Hmm. No, because that's going to be way more entertaining if I can't.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah, because it's Christopher Walken, right? I want him
Yeah.
smashing Country Bear Hall over and over again, you know? Oh no! That's what I want for Walken. So
Yeah, like I
it's
went into on the trivia a couple of weeks ago, it's like he was cast as evil people constantly because he just looks kind of evil, which
right,
is
right. That's the thing. He's got so much star power in that direction. It's like, of course I'm not gonna trust him, you know?
yeah. But I'm not going to say whether or not you can trust him
No, no,
because
no. We are not answering the question. I'm just saying, like,
no,
I think that's in the cooking of the show, though. If you see Christopher Walken's, like, I don't know about this guy, you know?
it is an interesting. He's an interesting. What do you call it? Ball to start juggling with the other balls. I don't know if
Right.
that's the right
We'll
terminology.
get to some more ball juggling later.
Yeah, interesting. Yes. Um, I don't know. Performance review. What do we
uh,
got here? What
let's
do we
see.
got here?
We got Mark S. What do you want to give him for this one? I think he's trying a little harder. Not trying. Well, he's a little. Well, he's not effective though, because hell, he ends up in the break room again. I'm gonna. I don't think it's
Well,
completely his fault, but he's not doing. He could do better. Maybe B minus.
yeah, I'm gonna give him a B. He did like go above and beyond to try and not have Helly slash her arm with
Yeah,
broken
he
glass, even
tried,
though
but
he
he
didn't really
failed.
succeed. Yeah, he failed at that.
From a company perspective, I guess Irving gets an A because he's just drinking the Kool-Aid as hard as he can in this episode.
Of course, yeah, he's the only one taking the perpetuity wing seriously. So yeah, he has to.
So we record what Dylan's saying in there, and he gets a C this week.
Yes. Yes, that makes the most sense.
Okay.
What about
If
Helly R?
I think I said last time, if you end up in the break room, that's an instant F, isn't it?
Um, I'm gonna give her a D because she was slightly less. Well, she did resign.
Yeah,
She tried to resign, then she tried to send herself. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I can't give her anything above an F because
right.
it's
If you're in the break room, that's instant F, you know? It's like in my classes, we have, the rules, right? And I tell kids, like, if you fall out of your chair, that's an instant warning, right? Because
they get
there's
an
no
F
reason you
for
should be falling out of a chair in a classroom.
yeah.
It happens at least once a week.
That's happened to me.
I mean, I'm not,
Um,
I'm sitting in a weird position in this chair. Miss Solvig, Selvig, Koenig,
Kobelvig.
Kobel. I just mixed all of her names together. Okay.
Kobelvig. Yeah, I'm gonna give her A minus because she probably could have handled that throwing the mug better. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
thought
if
she
that
handled that
means
great. She couldn't handle the board meeting, right? She didn't know when to talk and when
you're
not to
right.
talk and that stuff. So I was going for the board meeting awkwardness. I was gonna
Actually,
and
yeah, that kind. Now that you
B,
mention it, because she did talk to us and did a bad job,
yeah,
us
the
being the board.
yeah B for her. That's right.
Yeah, B for her.
I mean, it wasn't like she was like screwing up in this episode. I mean, she was checking in on the book and stuff. She was following leads, right? She was doing
Hmm.
overtime, so I guess you get a score for overtime.
So now we have Natalie, who I think this is her first appearance.
Oh,
What are we
right,
giving
is it?
Natalie? I think
I,
I
is she a
think
robot?
I have to give her an A plus. Well, we don't know yet, do we?
No, we don't. She's kind of like yeah. I mean, she's basically the I mean, she's PR. She's like the mouthpiece of the corporation, right? At least that's how she's portrayed here. So
Yeah,
that's the
she did what she needed to do for our board business stuff.
What's your
A
performance
plus.
review for Hugh Grant promoting the movie 9 months?
9 out of 10.
Okay. Do you remember what happened there? That was
No?
that was the whole BJ on the side of the road incident. Hugh
Oh.
Grant. And he showed up in
Oh
Leno,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right, right,
I was just
right.
thinking because I was like, you
Man,
can't give a
that's so long
spokesman
ago.
anything less than an A, right? So I was like, oh, there's a case where I guess the spokesman would not get an A in the performance review because he's kind of the spokesperson for that movie, right?
If we start digging through Hollywood, then yeah, there's going to be a lot of what was it?
Anyway,
Billy Zane dropping out of the yeah,
Natalie seems to be completely on point. So sure, A plus.
yeah,
She's a full tool of Lumon. So at
yeah.
least that's what she appears to be here. Who else do we? I don't think Walken
Milchick.
shows up. Oh, Milchek. Yeah, wait, that's who. Milchek.
I'm gonna
He's
give
doing
him
his
an A
job.
minus because he left that book there,
Oh, okay. I didn't. I was gonna
and
say
that
A, but I forgot about the book thing. So
that'll come into play later because
yes, it will.
he neglected to shepherd the book correctly, and it might get into somebody's hands. And
Right. Okay. Anyway, okay, I guess I'll go ahead and change mine to A minus. I agree. It's a mistake you can make, right?
yep.
It's and it's like a butterfly effect mistake. It doesn't. In 99% of the cases, it wouldn't be a problem. But
You are correct, but
um, yeah, like I said I don't think we need to give Walken a score because we just briefly meet him in the hallway. Well, okay, Walken gets a D because his eggs freaking broke.
oh yeah, you're right. I don't know. Yeah, and then
It
his
was for fun
coworker,
though, I
who I
suppose.
don't
So we'll bump
remember
him
the
up to
name of
C. She's
him
just
and his
there. I mean, I
coworker.
don't
She's
think,
just there.
yeah, we have nothing to go
I
on.
mean,
We don't really have
she
anything to
dropped those
go on with
eggs.
him either. I'm going with the eggs.
Yeah.
So just, he's one of the stars of the show. So I felt like I had to include him in the performance review. But I think oh,
Yep.
Petey just quit. Does that mean he doesn't get a performance
Oh,
review? If you die, is that
I
enough?
mean, if you hallucinate about being at work, are you actually at work? Nah, I don't think so.
Well, you are having problems, which I mean, he does have problems. He said himself, he's got reintegration sickness. So
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's at work. I don't
no,
think
he's
he
not at work.
counts.
No,
So I don't
he's
think we can give him a performance review because we, the board, don't see him. We don't know where he is.
right. Okay, good point.
So let's
Uh,
say no.
let's wrap it up for today then. If people need to give performance reviews on us, what should they do?
They should go to Apple Podcasts or some other podcasts and give us 5-star performance review. And if they're not going to do that, then they should go to
For
hell.
what?
Podcasts like this, like other podcasts, you can find at podcastia.org or podcast at Blue Sky, like Films and Filth, Time Enough Podcast 1999, Lucas Pokemon Game Show, Cult Disney, Monster Mash. Get it?
I don't think you meant that. Do it again.
What?
I don't think your feelings were in that. Do it again.
I don't want to.
Okay, there we go.
Did you forget the rest of the lines?
I just was looking for a place to cut. Oh,
A
do?
deal.
No, I just thought I don't
Um,
want to as a good ender for that.
Distant future. Should we do Russian Doll for this show?
I don't
Have
know
you
much
seen
about it.
it?
I remember hearing the name pop up a few times.
I heard it was like a trippy show that was weird. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
it, distant future,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Oh,
flirting.
I actually did go to see the Mission Impossible movie yesterday.
How was it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Luke was saying, it's got the shit you should see on the big screen. You could easily just cut the first hour of that movie, and it would then be a pretty good 2 hour movie.
I didn't see the last one. I don't keep a, I mean, those are fun or whatever, but like the reasons I saw the last two ones that I watched was there was the one that Brad Bird directed, and then there was the one when I had Movie Pass and I could see anything I wanted to
Anyway,
for free.
Milchek shows up as the commander of the gay submarine. So,
Oh,
have
good.
you heard about the gay submarine?
The Hunt for Pink October? No, I have not. I
It's
don't know what
not
that
like
is.
it's the USS Ohio, which Tom Cruise has to go to the other submarine that's at the bottom of the ocean. But everyone's
Hmm.
just got like these like well, no, he's got his stash, right? So everyone's just got like these porn stashes, and they're kind of like bouncy and da, 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 da.
The fuck?
So it's been dubbed
Okay.
like the gay submarine.
That's weird. Sure.
Although one of the characters is female, so I don't know. Although I guess she's kind of butch looking, so maybe it all ties in. But yeah,
Sure, man.
it's got the set pieces that Mission Impossible is supposed to have, blah blah, all that stuff. I wonder if this is a
Okay.
thing or if I just did Mission
Gay
Impossible.
submarines?
Yeah, I wonder if it's an actual meme or just gas chase submarine. So submarine. Oh, there's a submarine episode of the original show. Is there? Okay, I have the old original show.
Hmm.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a thing on queerty. Trammell Tillman leads a hot gay submarine crew in Mission Impossible. Maybe the actors are. I'm
That's weird.
trying to
I don't
figure out
know. He
why it's being
definitely
referred to as such.
he's definitely like got theater energy or whatever because you know that like you know how the episode coming up has like the dancing in it like that wasn't they basically made it like that because he was so good at dancing.
Okay, here we go. This now they're explaining, including why the lady's there. Basically, everything that happens aboard the Ohio feels homoerotic to us. Not that we're complaining. For instance, during a workout below deck, Hunt is attacked by a crew member who is secretly loyal to the entity, leading to a hand-to-hand combat scene where Cruz is wearing nothing but briefs.
The
Did
fuck?
that need to happen? No, absolutely not. But who are we to stop Cruz from showing off when he looks like that at age 62? And it's not just the homoerotic fight scene. Essentially everyone who works on the USS Ohio is hot and gay, according to the internet. You may recognize Queer Love Live's leading star Katie O'Brien among the team. She's joined by stars like Paul Bullion and Stephen Oyoung, although it doesn't say if they're gay, but whatever. They're all ridiculously
Hmm.
hot for no reason. We love it. And oh, and that people are saying Tillman's kind of flirty with Ethan Hunt.
Sure. I feel like a lot of people probably are in this.
Fans of Severance will know that Tillman can make a meal out of every line reading as Severed floor manager Mr. Milchick, but trust that you haven't lived until you've seen him purr the following line at Tom Cruise. Mister, if you want to poke the bear, oh, you've come to the right man. Okay, just okay. I am right about the gay submarine. Just glad to be right.
Sure. Man.
And that's where the
Well,
movie should start, to be honest. As I said, they
I
should take
don't
out the first hour, start
yeah.
there.
I hate to say it, but there's a lot of like straight ahead action stuff that I just don't like give a shit about. Like I've seen one John Wick movie and I haven't really felt
Seen the
that
first
motivated to
two.
see any other
I have not gotten to the third
ones.
one yet. I got the box set right here on Blu-ray, right? That's why I saw the first two. I just haven't gotten to the third one yet. But no,
I
like
saw
Mission Impossible, I've been pretty on board with. But yeah, even like last week, it did take Luke just being like, "Yeah, go see it, man." I was like, "Yeah, okay."
like I haven't seen like I'd probably be more likely to see Thunderbolts than see that, but I
Okay, well, I not
unfortunately don't
me
have
the other
time to
way.
see that.
I did not see
But
Thunderbolts. I imagine
I'm
what I'll
probably
see
not
this
seeing it.
summer is probably just Superman Fantastic Four, partly because that's all I'm
Yeah.
going to be able to see in Japan, right? We don't get
Huh.
like Sinners, to my knowledge, has not even played in Japan yet.
Yeah, that
And
was
if it
really
does,
good.
it's like a 1 week thing, right? It's like you blink and you'll miss it.
I just like I'll see super. I have way higher hopes for Superman than I do for Fantastic Four, but I'll probably still see Fantastic
I'm
Four. But
not
I'm
sh-
kind of like
I feel like
I don't know how
Fantastic
you're gonna
More
pull it
has
off.
more of a chance of really knocking it out of the park if it works.
I don't think that I don't feel like anything Marvel has done knocks it out of the park since I don't remember. I
a
don't
while ago.
remember. I feel like in most cases, if a DC movie is really good, that I like it better. Honestly, like I'm way more excited for Eddington, which is like the new Ari Aster movie, and um, what else is coming out? Probably just I don't know the Naked Gun
Oh,
movie.
I want
Like
see that's not going
I'm
to show
pretty
in
excited for
Japan
that.
though. That's
It's
not going
not
to show in
probably.
Japan. It's a problem because comedies usually don't show in Japan. But I definitely want to see that, but it's probably not going to be in the movie theater. That's why I'm saying like it sounds like I'm, just like, just Superman Fantastic Four. It's like, go see some
Yeah.
Clash shit. And I'm like, well, that's actually all I'm really going to be able to see. What else is coming out this summer that's like big budget shit that would show at the theater here?
Spike Lee's High and Low remake might come out there.
Oh,
Highest to
it's
lowest.
yeah,
It's
like
I've seen stuff that's apparently it's pretty good.
yeah, Lilo and Stitch did come out here, but one I don't care that much because
I
why?
heard it's
And
bad.
right, right, and it's only dubbed, right? Well, yeah, so
You get the new Wes Anderson movie.
that's the perfect case of one I'd love to see, but probably won't be able to see in the theater. Same happened with Moonrise
Uh,
City, not Moonrise Kingdom, Asteroid City. I just didn't see it in the theater. I would have, but I couldn't, so I didn't. I mean, I
do you
guess I
think
could
you'll
go to
get
Tokyo and
nobody?
find something, but huh?
You think you'll get nobody too?
I got Nobody One over on the Blu-ray shelf. I haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
that's the one. That was probably my favorite movie of whatever year that was.
Okay, well, I can
2020,
watch
2020,
it
2021.
relatively easily because it's over
It's
there.
really good. It's really fucking good. This different director for the second one. I think it's what is this
I've
guy?
been watching
Timo
Furiosa.
Ta Timo Tiahanto.
Okay, I don't think I'm
Wow.
wasting my time by watching Furiosa again, so
Yeah, Furious is great. I'd watch it again.
yeah.
Um,
Watching it, there are things like, oh my God, they're in the volume, but
well, I mean, I
that's
don't
just
know.
how things. Also,
I
is made
don't
in pandemic stuff, so I'm sure that's part of why. But
I don't have a problem forgiving small like amounts of CGI if they're just
Furiosa has a
if
fair
the movie
amount though.
itself is
It is good. I am a
I don't
defender of that
care.
movie. I think it's really good. But it is a little. Although I guess you could say it's like a little more storybook looking if you want to be nice, you know. The digital
Yeah,
stuff makes it look more storybook like.
I
But
have no idea. Nobody has a Russian director, so there's like a lot of Russians in it, which is fun. Okay, the second one has an Indonesian director, and it's like
it's nobody.
nobody too.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be mostly like about going on vacation and like beating a shit out of people. I don't
Okay.
know.
That's the way to
I
take a
liked the first
vacation.
Nobody like way. I liked it like 10 times more than I liked John Wick, and I don't. Part of the thing about John Wick is like that is like all of the gunshots are CGI, and that like
Mm,
sticks out way more to me than like a car or some shit.
yeah.
Like
Uh,
that was a problem.
okay, I gonna hit the record here, and I'm gonna
Okay,
bumble off
bye.
to work now.